You mentioned back when you were 18, coming out of the woods one day, and you were just like, why does no one care? And that has been a theme throughout this conversation, that sadness that has accompanied you as you've embarked on this work. What do you do about that? How do you, I don't want to say combat the sadness, but how how do you work through it and continue to do the incredible work that you're doing, even though it seems like it's been there every step of the way for you in this fight?
Well, I think that um, wrestling with sadness is a part of contemplative living. I think a lot of people will, distract, stuff, shoot up, or drink to avoid feeling it. And, that's not what things has, but those aren't really contemplative. to, embracing a contemplative life of prayer means taking a long, loving look at the really real and not shying away from it and embracing that reality of taking in to a degree the suffering and the injustice that we are witness to. And that's, I think, what we observe in Francis, and I think that's really what the Franciscan vocation includes, that to go deeper, right? To go deeper than bird baths and Operation Rice Bowl, which are fine, but those are really like not that's swimming in the kiddie pool. I mean, really, we're calling for radical conversion of life. That's what the witness of St. Francis is. And Pope Francis is calling for the ecological conversion of humanity. I mean, echoing what Pope John Paul II and Benedict XVI said. And we do not want to hear it.
Yeah, yeah, in that contemplative gaze that you're talking about, that results in taking on the suffering of the world and being open to receiving the pain of our fellow family, our brothers and sisters. I mean, it's hard to sell. It's hard to sell. Yeah, like it, take on a
Yes.
contemplative gaze and confront
Yes.
sadness. However, I'm curious what you think about this. In that we awaken to the family that's all around us and the suffering that's around us, and in this sense, there's a freedom there because we're not isolated anymore. We're, am I on track there? Am I following?
Yes, absolutely. So the sadness, I mean, the sense of loss, the sense of outrage in the injustice, and the kind of the and being a witness to self destruction is a part of the consequence of living a contemplative life. But it's not. No, it's never isolated from the joy, the sense of communio, the sense of accompaniment, the sense of being touched by God, the sense of God is in this even as humans continue to make a mess of things. Even in the midst of tragedies and injustices, God is still present in some way. Um, and that's part of what means to be a Franciscan of any kind today, whether vowed or lay, or inspired by. I mean, it means to be walking in a contemplative way through life, love and sorrow going together, and so that this is not it's never all one or the other, but there's no real life apart from bearing witness to suffering, and one is never left only with suffering if one is truly contemplative.